As per yearly tradition, we are doing our year in review and my plans for 2026. The whole point of this is it's like half for me, right? It's to kind of like vocalize what my goals are, what my plans are, how I plan to achieve it for 2026. And obviously I don't vocalize everything and think some goals should be kept close to the chest, but it's what I feel comfortable sharing with the community. And I think it helps hold me accountable, right? Kind of dual purpose, give you a little insight on like how my transition to full-time work has been going, full-time gaming. Give you a little peek behind the curtain, I think they call it. But anyways, yeah, let's do the 2025 recap first, and then we'll go and talk about everything else, right? So I think this is my document. Do I win SWC next year? I think that's like an automated title. You know, it's kind of the vibe for 2026, right? It's like I'm at like a kind of a crossroads where I want to either dedicate more time to content or more time to competing. I'm not really sure what, so I'm just doing both. We'll talk about that later. Yeah, we're going to talk about key takeaways, goals, what I liked, what I didn't like about the year. As you can see, I have a lot to talk about today, so let's get through it. Let's get through it. So 2025 recap. Yeah, we did a lot of cool things this year. I won Sajam Slam for Street Fighter, and then I got a free trip to Japan. That was really peak. Got to beat Tokido on stage. That was also really cool, all thanks to Sajam Slam. I'm really happy with how that went because that was like the first event of the year. I think it was like late January. December, I like messaged Sajam. I'm like, I'm really rusty in Street Fighter. Are you gonna do a slam? And he said yes. So I actually grinded, and it's like a month straight grind, and it really paid off. Because if I didn't do that like month front load grind, I would have got absolutely cooked in a slam like I did the last one. It's just really cool. So we posted a lot of videos. I think the main thing is I didn't do anything too crazy on the main channel. Really what came down to is the highlight channel kind of took off, and that's, you know, shout out to Nuji Boy for helping with the highlight channel. A lot of good work. His thumbnail title game is like actually crazy. It's really, really good. But yeah, you see like all of these videos, like 179K, almost 100K, almost 100K, almost 100K, almost 100K. Most of these happened last year, right? In fact, if you do it by the numbers, it looks like, when's the next one? Yeah, maybe 2 out of 20 videos were before last year, right? So highlight channel had pretty explosive growth. I don't know how to actually check it. Maybe we can see, like, you'll have to take my word for it. I think I like 5x my subs on the highlight channel. So I'm really glad how the highlight channel is doing it. You know, additional source of revenue, additional way to get my name out. The main reason I started it was to test ideas, right? Like, for example, like I know this kind of video works. Like, how fucked up is this video? Okay, now I can pour it to the main channel and like put a little bit more polish behind it, right? And the videos that don't work, I don't know, like a Riot 2XKO tournament review, like, all right, I can leave that on the second channel because I want to do it. Doesn't make sense to put polish behind it and to put more effort behind it, right? Let me look at the main channel real quick. I think there's a lot of videos I'm proud of. In particular, what I could think of is like the 2XKO launch. I think we put out some really cool guides. May have not necessarily done like super amazing because I think the popularity of 2XKO compared to like Tekken or Street Fighter is obviously lower. But I'm really happy with how these guides turned out. Like, for example, the how to learn 2XKO, have a good time. You know, the standard, like, yeah, this defense guide's like actually a banger. This one I'm really happy with, the how to beat the moves. And we, you know, covered Hunter x Hunter. I really like this video. The Street Fighter pros are much better than you think. Where I just talk, like, I basically copied from a different genre, but the video turned out really well. There's a lot of cool things we did. Same thing with Fatal Fury. Like, I thought the Fatal Fury content would pop off. Like, this guy's probably the best guy we've ever made. Only 61K views. Kind of a shame, I'm not gonna lie, but you know, at least it'll stand the test of time, which is really cool. The one hand challenge was crazy. I thought I was gonna get canceled over this one. But yeah, a lot of good content. I'm pretty proud with how the YouTube went, considering it wasn't really like any big releases. Like Fatal Fury and 2XKO, somewhat big, but it's not actually fully out. But Hunter x Hunter, if you call that a big release. But anyways, the one thing I'm proud of is like I varied my content, right? Like it wasn't just guides. Like I started to do like other stuff. I got to like showcase newer games, like the indie fighting game. I'm really happy with how that went. There's another, yeah, this video is really good. I don't know, I'm happy with like, I tried new things while also staying in my lane. So I think overall good for YouTube, even though it wasn't the craziest growth. I think maybe I like got 30K or 40K subs this year, which is still pretty good. But I think it's like probably above average for the FGC, like and like people of my level. But obviously we can definitely grow next year, and I think it'll be easier when we like Tokon Avatar and stuff comes out. Look at my most popular videos, Tekken and Tekken. 2 of my 6 most popular videos are Tekken. And I've only made like 4 Tekken videos. Very interesting. I want to do like a Tekken arc, but I'm not sure like how to structure it, right? I really liked just making this video. I know it's like 41K views for like 2 weeks of worth, which is kind of crazy. But I really, really enjoyed this Under Night grind arc where I basically put like 100 hours in grinding Under Night in 2 weeks and making a video out of it. That was super, super enjoyable. I wouldn't mind doing that again for something like Tekken. And I think a video like that could do quite well. So maybe, yeah, maybe season 3, maybe I convince Fee or Sajam to run a slam and then I join it, you know? Like, I think there's a lot of cool stuff. Nerjosh, who I play in Tekken? I have no clue. I played Victor when the game first came out, but like, I'm not a great Tekken player. Like, I'm obviously above, like, I'm probably in the top 10% or top 1% of Tekken players. Like, these guys, for example, I had to like talk to top Tekken players to help me make the guides, right? Like, it's not like Street Fighter or any 2D game where I can just like, off the rip. I probably play like the DLC character. I also tried Kuma. I think Kuma's really funny. But anyways, yeah. So that YouTube overall, I think it went well. Not as much growth as like the previous 2 years relative. I think views wise is probably the best year, but growth wise, probably not as much, but I'm okay with that. We did a lot though. EWC travel, bro. I've never been to so many places. I've never been to anywhere outside of North America and Japan. And maybe technically like some Caribbean islands. I don't know if this counts as North America. But yeah, I got to travel all over, right? So I went to Hong Kong, I went to Australia, I went to Saudi, I went to France. I got to travel a lot, which is really, really cool. We qualified for SWC, which is really cool. The $2.5 million tournament, which I was quite happy about. Art of Fighting 3, I was really happy with that. I like these like challenges, right? And so Art of Fighting 3 was like a 1-week challenge to see how good I could get Art of Fighting 3. I did that, won $2 grand for it. I mean, I know it's like nothing crazy, but I really enjoy like those kind of stuff. I was happy with how I did. 2X, I mean, you know, we won one of the first Impact events. I came really close in 2 others to winning, and you know, established myself as one of the strongest players there, which is really nice. We did my first ever charity stream, which is really cool. I don't know how much we raised, but we raised a lot. I did my first half marathon. Again, personal life stuff, like fitness is really important, and I think honestly, like I've been debating running another half marathon, because trying to scale up to a full marathon, because I feel like I was playing really well. Like when I did that half marathon, I feel like during that whole process, I feel like I was actually better at video games during that time. Part of the reason like this year it's gonna be more focused on like physical fitness, because if I spend 6 hours playing video games, or I spend 5 hours playing video games, 1 hour physical fitness each day, I think the second's gonna pay off more and make me a better player, right? And obviously we quit our job to go full time. Let's go. See, I don't think I growed much in terms of like compared to like 2024, 2023, but I feel stronger as a competitor, right? And also it's kind of a slower game because no like big releases, right? We didn't have any Tekken releases, we didn't have any Street Fighter releases, no NRS game releases. Yeah, overall I'm happy with how the year went. So here are my takeaways. I learned a lot this year, and actually this half this document was, that's why is this called do I want to win SWC this year? I did much reflection after SWC this year, and like a lot of these takeaways come from that. And I feel like I got stronger, and I have takeaways that kind of gonna shape how I approach next year, right? So first is I realized I can't grind without a goal. So for example, like if I don't give myself a challenge or a deadline, or I don't say like, hey, Frosty's is coming up in 4 weeks or 4.5 weeks, like I have to grind for this tournament. If I'm just grinding in the fucking nebula and I don't have anything to shoot for, I do not get better. Like if I do not have something specific to grind for and I don't have a goal, I just do not get better. And that's just what I tried. Like I need more short-term goals, because I noticed for SWC, there was a 3-month period between when I qualified for SWC and when I actually had to play the game. And I was not locked in. I was not locked in at all until like 2 weeks before, and then I tried to scramble, and that didn't work, right? So I need like shorter term goals to kind of help push that motivation, right? Because you can rely on discipline, but it's not going to get you all the way there. The second thing I realized is just sitting down and playing the video game is not necessarily going to make me a better player, right? Like I feel confident that I can outwork people. The issue is if I just sit on my desk and play for 14 hours a day, I'm gonna be a much worse player. So I need to like figure out how to properly structure the ratio of my hours in order to be the best player I can, right? Because a lot of times, like what happens is, I noticed this during the grind at SWC. I'd play 2x, I'd end stream, and I'd queue up for ranked in City of the Wolves, and I would get fucked. And I'm like, bro, I'm just like, I have no mental energy. I'm not learning anything. I'm not having fun. Like, I need to figure out what to do better. And the answer I came up with is obviously, like, if I have a goal I'm shooting for, like, then it makes better content on stream. I can like play on stream. Second thing is like, only do lab or training or like voice chatting casuals. No like super sweaty sets off stream. If I'm not at my peak, I don't think there's much, it's not really worth playing, if that makes sense. Like just playing at like 50% power, where if I go to a tournament, I'm not gonna be at 50% power, right? I'm gonna be at least like 80% power. So why would I play off stream at 50% power, right? Where I could just lab drills or lab my reactions or find new tech or like have discussions about the game or VOD review, etc. All shit that's kind of boring on stream. I should be doing that on stream. So basically, I'm just not playing ranked off stream, like at all. And I think it's the correct thing, because I tried that previously and it does not work. And if you look at like really strong players, there's two models, right? You have like the Punk, which is just grind, which I think works. Or you look at Mena, who like almost never plays ranked and yet is still one of the best Street Fighter players in the world. So there's more than one way to get good at a game, and it's not just spamming ranked matches, right? And because I like to vary my practice, I think I'm not just gonna, I don't want to compete with people and the amount of ranked games I can spam. And yeah, physical health, very, very important. So again, it's like if I spend more time on physical health, less time on the game, I think that's overall better gains. Discipline the schedule is key to improvement. So if I do stuff like I wake up early, I sleep properly, get all the shit done in the morning so I can like focus on the game and focus on grinding earlier, it's good. I work out 6 days a week right now. I'll actually talk about that. I've been doing a different workout routine lately. And the other thing I realized is like a lot of discipline, like going full time. I think one of my takeaways going from like full-time job, J B, to full-time, how to say, content and competing, is that a lot of the discipline is kind of forced by your job, right? You're kind of forced to go in at a certain time. You're kind of forced to leave at a certain time. When you get home, you can kind of shut off unless you're like one of those people that don't have self-control and let work bleed into real life, right? So I think getting used to that was hard. Same thing I put here, passion contrast. What I mean by that is like when you like have a really hard day at work, right? And you come home and you drink a beer, that's a pretty good feeling, right? But if you're unemployed and all you do is drink beer, that beer is not going to be as satisfying. I mean, that's obviously that's an analogy, but it's kind of the same idea. Is that like, if all I'm doing is streaming and playing the game, then when I stream and play the game, it's not going to be as satisfying, right? Like streaming was something I really, really look forward to when I would get home from work, or like on the days that I work from home, or like on weekends when I had a tournament to go for. And now it still is like that. But what I've noticed is if I front load all my hard shit and I like really good workouts, take care of all the shit I need to do personally, whether it be like invoice, like even stuff related to content creation, like invoicing or emails or meetings, etc. Get all that shit out of the way, then again, that will make streaming and the other stuff I enjoy more enjoyable, and therefore I'll do better, right? The other thing I noticed, again, this is kind of back to diminishing returns, is like, I feel like I've optimized my content and competing sphere to like be really efficient, right? So like if you're always following the 80-20 rule, like you're always doing the high priority things, if you get 2x the time, you're not getting 2x the reward. So like that kind of mind fucked me a bit. Like I thought right as I go to full time, like I start seeing better results. I have seen better results, but it's not 2x better results. It's like 25% better. And I have to accept that like it's gonna take a little time for that extra increase in skill and increase in quality to like compound, right? And I also think like if I just get really disciplined and like build my work ethic up even more, maybe not truly disciplined, but like understand understand my workflows, make myself like as efficient and get as much done with the time I have, then I can like, let's say I have to transition out of content and stuff, like I can, those lessons learned to like apply to real life, right? Which I think is gonna be valuable. I put favorite content, but like realistically, I like competing. I didn't like traveling to tournaments as much as I thought. It's enjoyable, but like I remember I used to really look forward to tournaments, and now it's like, all right, I just get to go. Because I think I really like streaming and that sort of thing, and you can't stream at a tournament unless, you know, you're just like running around like crazy. But I think my favorite things, obviously new games, new characters, and challenges. So like I'm gonna try to focus on that shit more. Here's my goals for 2025, right? This is what I wrote in that was in my previous video. I just copy pasted it. So first one is make more guys that are entertaining, trick people into learning fighting games. I don't know if I really did that. I'm gonna be real. It sounds like a good idea on paper, but I'm not really sure how to like, I think it's really just make entertaining content and then like people pick up things through like osmosis. I'm still working on that one. I'm still workshopping that. Yeah, we'll see about that one. Second is, I feel like I definitely focus a lot of my effort on becoming a strong player. Again, 2024, I barely competed. 2024, I barely competed at all. 2025 is a big step in that direction of like getting better at the games and like getting back to competition. So I'm happy with how that went. General fighting games, guys that push meta, I'm gonna keep it real. I don't even know what this means. I made guides. I don't know. That just seems like a nothing burger to me. Maybe just higher quality guys. I think I think in 2024 I didn't make as many guys as I did in 2025. I think I'm happy with that, but I'm not really sure what that means. I'd still need to do more collabs and game shows. I guess one thing I definitely nailed this one and this one, right? Which was I definitely focused a lot more of my effort on getting to be a stronger player, and also I spotlighted a lot of smaller games, right? Like I did the indie showcase, I played like random games like that Sonic game, I just did, you know, the Uni arc. There's a lot of other things that I think I use my platform to show like, hey, there's other games other than Street Fighter that are like really, really good. Just kind of have to go through more hoops to play them, right? Other than that, yeah, I was trying to figure out my goals for 2026. I'm not 100% sure. I think really if I could have one goal, it's just like have an efficient morning routine and stick to that no matter what. I think I win. Like, I think I actually just cooked this year. Like, just get everything done, front load my fucking suffering. So like in the afternoon when I stream and like, during the night I can like, you know, hang out with the wife and I can de-wind and I can still practice like off stream and stuff, so I have that time. I think that's the main thing, instead of, you know, waking up in the morning doom scrolling, which I admit I sometimes do. It's a really, really bad habit. Like lock in and make sure like I get everything done. That's it. So this is like literally the only thing. I know it sounds kind of weird, but like I feel like I do everything else well, right? Like I put in the hours for streaming, I put in the hours for YouTube. I think all my practice stuff is good. I work out 6 days a week at least, right? So like I'm sticking to all of this. I've been doing this thing where I try to do 10,000 steps a day. 2024, I averaged under 7,000 steps a day. This year, I averaged almost 9,000 steps. So we're getting closer. Always never miss a workout. Well, I say 2-2-2 split, but it's like I switched to 2 full body days, 2 run days, and then 2 like whatever the fuck I feel like days. So usually that's like yoga or hiking or something like that. I think that's been working out pretty well because like on those full body days, I go really, really hard, right? As opposed to like trying to do a bro split or something. So I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna try the current split for a while and then see if I actually see progress. And then these are a couple old goals I kept putting on. I actually want to do that. So like, because 2025, I did my half marathon, I lost a lot of strength doing that, right? So I basically abandoned strength training because one, I injured my shoulder. It's better now. I can actually bench press, but I couldn't bench press for like 6 months because my shoulders just fucked. And so that's why I did the half marathon arc. But like, I want to get back into strength. And what I mean by that is like, there's certain weight goals I'm trying to hit. And the only thing I've hit was a 1 plate overhead press. I still have never bench pressed 2 plates. So like 225. On bench press. I still haven't squatted 3 plates. I still haven't deadlift 4 plates. But I feel like I'm pretty close on all of them. So I feel like if I just lock in and like do the work, I'm getting there. And then yeah, 1,000 elo chess. Bro, I play chess every day, but it's puzzles. All I do is play puzzles, and I'm like 2,000 plus elo in puzzles, and I'm like a fucking shitter in actual chess. And I want to actually hit 1,000 elo in chess. The issue is like, I kind of bitch out. I don't play games. So my goal is I'm just going to play 1 game. If I just play one game a day, I think I eventually get there. I am so bad at the actual game, bro. I'm like the dude in fighting games that just sits in training mode for like 8 hours a day, and then I go online and I can't do my B&Bs. That's me in chess, bro. It's actually so bad. So anyways, yeah, these are the questions I'm still trying to figure out. I guess future plans, right? Because really, like my current plan is just do more of the same, but be more efficient, right? My time. Like if I can substitute 1 hour of doom scrolling on my phone with 1 hour of like VOD reviewing or like just more purposeful work, like that just compounds over time, right? But I feel like everything gameplay wise is pretty much the same, right? It's like focus on Tokon, Avatar. My main game, I'm not really sure. I'm still debating. See the if I re-sign with WBG, which it's probably likely, but we'll see. Probably focus on City of the Wolves for EWC because, you know, if they're paying me to be good at that game, I'm gonna obviously lock in. 2x KO if it pops off. We'll see on the pop-off part. Like if it gets like Street Fighter level, then I will focus all my effort in the 2x, but I don't think it will. I think I'll keep 2x as like a content game because I really like the game. And then Street Fighter, if I really like the patch, maybe I'll focus on that. But either way, I just want one game I'm competing in, and everything else I want to like be good enough I can like, you know, make challenger, for example, like consistently in 2x. Obviously I'm there easily right now, but it's more of like I want to be perceived as that top player that makes content while not necessarily being the best. I don't need to be the best player. Where I want one game where my actual goal is to be the best player, if that makes sense. And so I'm trying to figure that out. I'll focus on one game that makes the most sense competitively, and everything else focus on the like being one of the best, but just being a top player, so to speak, so I can make content. But I'm still trying to figure that out, right? Because I feel like I could just go the content route, and sometimes that is tempting. Like if I just like play whatever the fuck I want. Like that's really cool, right? Just play whatever the fuck I want, fighting game wise, and not give a shit about competition. That would be kind of nice, but also like I feel like I'd be doing myself a disservice if I didn't like focus on competing, because I think I'm really good. I still have like potential to grow. For now, we're gonna do both. Is that a mistake? Will I be diluting my efforts too much if I still focus on content? Maybe, but I don't know. I think I can do both, and so I want to do both, right? But is it the smart decision? I'm not sure. Like here's the same issue. Right? It's like me full-time at my job and doing this. I felt like my time was split, and I was worried that like I'd rather full-ass something than like half-ass two things, if that makes sense. And I kind of feel like I'm still doing that, but with content and competition. And like there is synergy between the two, but like if I truly want to grow, my strategy would be completely different, right? And if I truly want to be focused on competition, my strategy would be different. So right now I'm trying to do both, and I guess I'm just worried that like if I just half-ass both, it's not gonna, no, I want to say half-ass because I'm not half-assing it, but it's like if I split my efforts, I might not find success in the success I want either, right? Whereas as if I just focus on one, I would be successful, right? But I think my ego is too high that I really want to do both, so I'm going to continue to do both. Is that the smart play? I don't know. You need to do both for an income? Well, it is risky, right? But if I truly believe in myself, which I do, shouldn't I just go for competition? So the way I see it, right, is if I truly think I can win SWC, why would I stream? Why would I make YouTube? I should just go fucking win the $1.5 million. Right? And if I didn't think that, why would I play City of the Wolves? So it's like I'm in this like weird space where it's like I just want to do both. It is tough, and I get it. There's like hedging your bets and that sort of thing, and that's really what I'm doing. Is like I'm hedging my bets because I do think I can win, but also I don't know for sure if I'm going to win. Right? I think it's a percentage chance that I can do well. So I think having a plan B is good, and that's my nature. But is that will that make the difference between me, you know, losing or winning, right? I guess I'll find out this year. I mean, when you look at SWC this year, right? 3 out of my 4 games I lost by like last hit, last round. If I focused a little less on competition, I focused more on competing. Wait, did I say that right? A little less on content and more on competing. Probably would have won those last hit scenarios. So I don't know. I really don't know, but I'm gonna try to do both because I feel like it will grow me into the person that I need to be. Is it the smartest thing? I don't know. I really don't know, but I think that's what I'm going to do. But it's something I think about a lot. What is plan A? Plan A is to grow my content as much as possible and win every tournament. That's my plan A. It's not realistic, But that's the plan A. Just win everything and make a banger YouTube video every single time. I mean, I will play it by ear, but right now, the short-term goal, lock in for Frosties and see how it goes. Right? That's the short-term goal. The other thing I've been thinking about is stream schedule. I need your guys' opinion on this. Does stream schedule actually matter? I know like I have conversations with myself. Like I could rearrange everything so that I'm always Monday through Friday, 1 p.m. EST. Sometimes I have something in the morning. So like, for example, this morning, I could have started my stream at 1 p.m., but I valued getting my full workout in and getting all this shit done. I could stream with like no lingering thoughts, if that makes sense. But then like, what's the point of having a stream schedule if you're gonna do that, right? The other issue of a stream schedule is it makes it really hard to enter net play tournaments. Like most tournaments are in like an hour or two. And if I start my stream at 1, bro, I can't consistently stream 10 hours a day. I'm not built like that. Some people are. I'm not built to stream 10 hours a day. I'm still debating that. I might do it where like every Wednesday or Thursday, I just accept that I'm entering a tournament this day and therefore the stream's gonna be later. So I'm not really sure what to do. If anyone got suggestions, let me know there. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Focus on my habits. I don't have any concrete goals. My goal is not to win Evo or something. I feel like I just focus on what I can do, focus on what I can control, and make that as strong as possible. And that's kind of the vibe. If I streamed only when I want to stream, I'm worried that like someday, some days you just get up and like you're like, man, I don't really feel like doing shit. Like I feel like I would just have days where I just like slack off more. Like while I do think I'm quite disciplined, I think I have to rely on like external factors to help motivate me too, right? And like a schedule or something, or like saying I'm gonna do something and then like committing to it really helps, right? And am I gonna play with Ronaldo and Save the Wolves? No, I'm fucking playing top tier, bro. If Ronaldo's top tier, I'll play him, but like we're not playing anyone below bottom 5, and for traveling, we're not playing anyone below bottom 5. Fuck that shit. Content creator plus competitor seems like a good deal for an esport team. I'm supposed to buy WBG right now, but my contract's ending and I'm waiting to hear back from them. They kind of, I want to say they're dragging their feet, but they're kind of dragging their feet on whether they want to re-sign me or not. The thing about WBG, I really like them, and they took a risk on me last year, and it did not pay off. And I feel like I owe that karmic debt to like make it pay off for them. So I really want to lock in for EWC. But at the same time, like they don't give a shit about me being a content creator. They only care about my skills in Fatal Fury or any other EWC game. They were for sure going to sign me on because they thought 2XKO was going to be EWC game, but now it looks like it's not going to be EWC game. So then it means I play Fatal Fury. So yeah, we'll see about that. How many points did I get them in EWC? 0. The only way you can get someone points in EWC is be top 8 at EWC, which is obviously very hard. I got close to qualifying for EWC, but I didn't qualify. There's only 16 people. Yeah, let me put it this way. It's like, if I stream too much, I'm worried my streams become lower quality. And lower quality streams are actually really bad because then less people watch and therefore your CCV goes down and therefore sponsors pay you less money. So it's like me trying to find a balance between that. And so what I think I'm gonna do is like I'll just have one day a week where I maybe just stream an hour and then like I call it, I'm like, all right, tournament later guys, I'm gonna practice. I don't know, goof off stream. The thing is, my goof off streams I don't enjoy. I always think I'm gonna enjoy them. Like if I play like an RPG or I play like something that like is just more chill, I hate those streams. Those are the worst streams I have. The other streams I really don't like are like if I'm like co-streaming, like when I co-stream the Game Awards, that is a painful stream, bro. I did not enjoy that stream at all. Part of it is because the Game Awards sucked and there's like no announcements. Actually, that's probably the majority of it. But like those are the kind of things I just want to chill and like, watch. Pokemon CC was actually really fun. Yeah, I've enjoyed pretty much every stream in the last month. Okay, let me put it this way. The issue isn't stream enjoyment, because I pretty much always enjoy when I stream, unless I'm doing something like watching the Game Awards or doing a sponsor stream or something like that. Even some of the sponsor streams I like, or like if I'm playing a new game, like I enjoy all that shit. The issue is you dilute the streams. Like if I'm just like, how do I say, like if it's just a really low energy like training mode stream, like I could just do that shit off stream. you know? Like people don't want to see me just like sitting in fucking training mode and like not interacting. It's more of the energy that's required, right? To stream. Like you have to protect that energy. The only thing keeping me from doing a Monday through Friday schedule at 1 p.m. EST is the fact that I have to travel and the fact that I want to enter tournaments. It's not the fact that I have an issue being consistent. I mean, like, yes, I didn't start stream today at 1 p.m., but that's because I was like, fuck it. I've already missed like a bunch of like, you know, it doesn't even matter at this point. Like I have to keep adjusting my stream schedule because shit keeps happening. But getting me to stream is generally not an issue because I like streaming. But the thing is like, if I'm gonna stream, I want to be locked in, or at least that like you have to be pretty high energy to stream. Like if it's just a chill stream, like it'll do okay. But then I don't enjoy it, and I don't enjoy it as much, and the people watching don't enjoy it as much, right? Yeah, emo. Yeah, Under Night training was really fun. Even this is pretty fun too. But the more I play this, the 2x Kia random select, I think this shit's impossible. No, I don't even know if anyone in the world could do this. I'm gonna keep it real. Like maybe Leffen on EU servers because EU server has less people. I think it's just really hard. My best Q. I think competing in content or odds with each other extremely hard to do both. I was actually talking about that. I think I wrote it like, oh yeah, right here. I was literally talking about it. I think there's some synergy. I wouldn't say they're odds at each other. I think like if my job and competing have maybe 10% synergy, and that 10% synergy is my job gives me money to go compete and maybe extra motivation. I think content and competing have maybe 50% synergy because I can train and make content at the same time. I can be streaming and I can ask for advice and I'll actually get good advice sometimes, which if I didn't make content, I couldn't do that. There's more of a spotlight on you. So therefore you have like more motivation to improve. Like there is definitely synergy, but it's not a one-to-one conversion, right? For every hour of content is not equal to 1 hour of getting good at competition. I think it's like a 2-to-1 ratio. Like every 2 hours I do in content, I get better. 1 hour of improvement for competition, if that makes sense. Probably somewhere around there. I recognize that, but I think I still want to do both because I think I can be good enough to do that and take the handicap. Yeah, I think so too. I recognize that for SWCs, you need like content arcs and you need competition arcs, and also like the content arcs help you rest from the competition arcs and that sort of thing. I'm still kind of fleshing out, but I do think you hit the nail on the head. SQ is like you need to have some type of balance for both, and it doesn't mean you always have to do like a 50-50 ratio of content and competition. Do I win a major? I think my goals are, how do I put this? I think my number one goal is I want to make a living playing fighting games so I don't have to go back to my 9 to 5. That's my number one goal. Right? And that can be achieved both ways. I think being a competitor helps me with that, right? Because if not anything else, it enhances my content because I can make guides from a place of authority, right? I think season 2 is gonna be good for City of the Wolves. I plan to play it, but we'll see. Brian F's not full time. He works. He's content. He's basically Brian F doesn't compete. He's content and J-Star B worker. No, Brian's good, but like 500, he's not a top 100 player in the world in Street Fighter, right? But like that, like if I did content, it would look like what Brian does, if that makes sense. Like if I only focused on content, I would still be really good. I'd still be the top 1% of the player base. I wouldn't be the top 0.01% of the player base, right? That's the difference. And like I'm sure Brian's talked about it too. It's like it's hard to do both. And for me, it's like the days I'm like when I have good tournament results, it's because the few weeks leading up to it, I didn't really focus on content. Do your earnings from streaming YouTube look sustainable? Yeah, they're definitely sustainable. I think I've made more money in the past 5 months than I've made from my full-time job, right? But is that sustainable? I guess it's like, let me put it this way. I'm not making that much more. And the real question is in 5 years, what does that look like, right? If I was working my full-time job and I work for 5 years, almost certainly I'm making more, right? Whether I get promoted or even just like your annual raise. In 5 years, I don't continue to grow, I'm declining, right? So it's like it's a different equation. Someone can help. I mean, I have 2 people, yeah, Cass and Nuji, that help me a lot. I don't edit my own videos. I don't even post my own videos. Sometimes I don't review. I was actually thinking about hiring another person for my team, mostly focus on like clips and like TikTok and stuff. But like there's very little I can outsource, if that makes sense. Like stuff like I've tried to outsource like script writing. I've tried to outsource like ideation. You just can't outsource that stuff. There's certain things you have to do as a creator. Like I don't trust anyone to, like I've tried getting people to write a script for me and it's just all been shit. I'm like, this is a waste of time. I've tried asking AI and they're even worse. ChatGPT cannot do a fucking, they just don't know enough about fighting games. It's not that AI can't write a good script. It's just what we do is too niche that AI can't properly write it, if that makes sense. I've used AI before, not for content creation. I've tried to use it for content creation. I can never make it work. But I've used it for my corporate job. It's great at writing emails. If you need to send a bullshit email, it's amazing for that. If you need to do like a cursory, like, hey, ChatGPT, can you read this 50-page document and tell me, summarize X, Y, and Z? It's really good for that. None of that shit applies to fighting games. Real talk, I could probably do script write for you. Nope. I've had several people offer to do a free script. They all need too many modifications. It's not you, it's just I think I'm too picky. Yeah, I've heard it's really good for programming too. For fighting games, it's not even close, bro. Maybe I always use ChatGPT, but maybe there's like a different language model to use. But it's been garbage every time I try it. Getting the result you need out of AI is the skill itself. Yeah, I can see that. The only thing I've used AI for actually, and like the last 6 months for this, is like if I can't think of a YouTube title, I'll be like, can you suggest a YouTube title for this? And like they'll give me some good ideas. But even that's like not amazing. I mean, I might get back into Street Fighter 6. It all depends on what they do. I'll only get back into the 6 if they change up the game a lot. Are they gonna change up the game a lot? I have no clue. Strive 2.0. I mean, yeah, I might cover it all, to be honest. It's gonna be a very, very busy year. I think I saw Monger post. Like right now, I feel like this is like the calm before the storm, you know? I think this year's gonna be crazy for content. Invincible versus Avatar, Marvel took on. I think Invincible versus is gonna go the route Net Impact, bro. But it's gonna sell way better. I think that shit's gonna like, that content's gonna die out mad fast. But I think it'll be super fun like that first month. Season 3 redemption arc, we'll see about that. Like, you see, this is a lot to cover. It's just so much to cover. And so I'm gonna do this plus competition. I'm gonna lock the fuck in, bro. So I think this is the year of the lock-in, if that makes sense. Lock in like we never locked in before. Wait, I just realized Monger forgot the Nin Impact DLC. But this year's gonna be crazy compared to last year. I feel like last year, like we had Fatal Fury, we had Nin Impact, couple collections. This is gonna be crazy. I think DBFZ's 2 is coming, bro. Why would they revive it out of nowhere? I've been hearing rumors of DBFZ 2 for years at this point. So I don't know, maybe. I give it like a 40% chance. Only Broski makes an impact. Yeah, you're right. I actually gave up on making impact content. You call me out for that shit. That's fine. Look, I'm salty. Couple things here, actually. I didn't even think about this. I'm kind of salty at the impact. I got third at Evo for Net Impact. They said that they were gonna, I think it was that they're gonna like pay for my next Evo or something, and that they DM me a prize. Like that would be my prize, that they pay for my Evo registration. That never happened. I don't even know who the content, bro. It wasn't even an official Evo tournament. So I'm a little salty about that. And then they said they're gonna sponsor me to do some Net Impact content, and they never did that either. Bro, fuck it. I'm not covering it. Y'all gotta pay me, bro. Sad thing is, I like the game. The game's really fun. I mean, besides the netcode, that shit was degenerate as fuck. I'm pretty sure that the DLC was literally made by one person. Like, that shit looked budget as fuck. Look, if any game deserved to do bad, it is Net Impact, bro. That was the worst netcode. Maybe not the worst netcode. It was it is just, yeah. They probably still made money off it though, because like the budget is probably really low to make the game. So like hopefully they made money. Yeah, I mean honestly, I want every single fighting game to do better, pretty much. The way I see it is like there's room for all these fighting games. If you look at the gaming slice of the pie, we're such a small slice. Like every single fighting game combined is like 1/20th of the people that play fucking League of Legends on a daily basis. Like we're such a small slice. Like fighting games are such a good genre that like they could definitely occupy more of the space, you know? Are there a way to get more people to try games? I've been trying to rack my head to figure that out. One of my goals is to help grow the FGC, because I truly believe in these games. Not only from like a enjoyment perspective, but even just from like self-improvement, self-discovery kind of thing. I think fighting games are great for that. And I want to say that this is gonna sound corny. Maybe I wouldn't go as far to say like the world would be better if everyone played a fighting game, but like personally I've achieved a lot of growth because of fighting games, right? And I think other people could too, is what I'm trying to say. Because if you think like compared to something like League, where you can just like go on League and like shit around for 4 hours and like blame your teammates and be like, I'm in elo hell because all my teammates are fucking shitters, right? Fighting games force you to face the reality that like, hey, you're actually trash, and you have to learn how to improve things, and you learn to improve in such a friendly environment. I know that sounds like that's a bad term, but it is truly a friendly environment because you can see if you're doing the right thing very quickly, right? All you have to do is go online and see if you're see if you're getting better or not, right? As opposed to like a health, like if I'm trying to improve as a health and safety manager, I can't fucking take a health and like I can't fucking quiz myself, you know? Like I can't fight another health and safety manager to see if I'm getting to be a better health and safety manager. It's a lot more friendly for that kind of thing. Fighting game content in YouTube feels more cultish rather than helpful. What does that mean? Legitimately curious. Not many people making content to explain everything. I guess that's true, but I think there is enough content. Like the thing is, like if you search 2xKO guide, I don't think the issue is content at all. Right? Sajam. Wait, where the fuck are my videos? Hello? Well, let me try incognito. Make sure I'm not getting fucked. But there's plenty of guides. I don't know why none of mine show up. Why is this one showing up? Bro, this is a year ago. Oh, come on, bro. The wrong videos are showing up. This is the video that should show up. I'll click on this so YouTube thinks that's what I want. But you get the idea is like, I don't think guides are an issue. I think there's plenty of stuff out there. I think the more the issue is like if I wanted to learn League, like maybe it's like a specific thing. So like RE guide, like but even the RE guides like probably show up a lot, right? You got the SQ guide. Damn, that 34k views. Sheesh, it's a well-performing vid. Wait, SQ needs to do more YouTube, bro. 29k. And then we stopped YouTube. Our YouTube's been doing pretty well. Anyways, oh RE2xKO. But yeah, still like RE guide consistency. RE, yeah, I mean, like, I don't know. I definitely thought it's a lack of odds. If anything, I think it's a lack of like. I think about this a lot. Like, what really was holding back fighting games? I think it's a few things. I mean, yeah, of course, it could be better content. I'm not debating that. Even my own content, of course, can be better. I think if anything, there needs to be more like non-guide content, right? There needs to be like more SLOP stuff to get people into stuff like 2xKO or City of the Wolves. Like if I search City of the Wolves, I guarantee it's only going to be guides, tournament footage, and random net play shit, right? Okay, well, not what I had in mind. City of the Wolves. Yeah, I mean, okay, music video, right? Guide. What killed Fatal Furious City of the Wolves? Guide. Wait, my guys are all right. We need more shit like this, right? 1 month of Fatal Furious City of the Wolves complete beginner. These are the kind of videos we need. Guide, random replay. Fatal Fury dying. This isn't even Fatal Fury. This is my video. No, I know a place to sleep. But this is a clickbait video. This is I know this. You know one was a clickbait. Or maybe it was. But this is like, hey, I talk about why this game's good. I even changed the title. But there's no fun content, you know? But if I search like Rocket League, for example, yeah, like this is cool. Best of 2025. Outperforming top NA players of the new BMW. That sounds like a fun video. That sounds like a cool story. This sounds like a cool story. That sounds like a video of stakes. It sounds more entertaining if that makes sense. Whoa, this Ludwig's video did crazy. 1.5 million? Sheesh. I spent 10 hours playing Zelda Previews hard. That's funny. Like, okay, let's say I was in charge of growing City of the Wolves. And honestly, I've been thinking about like trying to help the NA scene grow for City of the Wolves. Not because I have a burning boner for this game, but because from a selfish perspective, if I want to truly go for SWC and try to win it, I need there to be more people that watch the stream so I can justify streaming it more. And I need there to be more players so that if there's more players, eventually, like you'll get, for every 10 beginners that you add to the game, one of them is going to become a really strong player, right? And therefore I have more competition and more net play experience and that sort of thing, right? So actually growing the game is in my best interest if I truly want to compete and City of the Wolves. So I've been debating it. And so like, how would I do that? Well, it'd be like, one, you need beginner tournaments and stuff. You need like something to help beginners get into the game. And two, you need like you need content that's like fun. If I wanted to truly grow City of the Wolves, another thing I could do is I would hit up the marketing manager and be like, yo, I want to run a City of the Wolves slam and get other content creators into it. Give me money. And I think they would go for it, right? Do I want to do that? I don't know. That's a lot of work. I want to focus on competing, right? But like, that's the kind of shit the game needs, you know? Obviously, the game can continue to get better, and like, see if they add shit to season 2, it's going to help. It doesn't matter how good City of the Wolves gameplay is. If people are distant thinking anyone who plays a game with Ronaldo or sexual assault, yeah, I mean, like, that's an issue, but that's not the only reason. Like, if that's the only reason, you're telling me that City of the Wolves would just remove Ronaldo and the game becomes popular? Like, that's obviously not true, right? You were right, Emo, in the fact that like there are some people that have been swayed by that, but I think honestly that's like a minor negative, not the biggest negative. Yeah, actually, Ludwig's actually hit me up. He's like, yo, we should collab. I'll actually sub to him. This guy hit me up a while ago. He's like, yo, we should collab. I'm like, I'm down. What do you want to do? And he's like, I don't know. I was like, all right, that was it. that was the whole conversation. Like, the issue is if we like, let's say we both did like 100-hour challenge on a fighting game, I'd just cook him, right? Like that wouldn't be very entertaining. But if it was like something like maybe like a Smash, like it could probably work. Like if we did like rivals, or because he's a Smash player, right? So I think I could compete with him in Smash. Any skill thing making SLOP usually has an adverse reaction, not making people actually go do the thing. Like I make casual content for something. Like there's people that watch I've talked to that like they just watch my Grand Blue videos. They have no interest in playing it. But that's not everyone, right? Let's say you get a 5%. Let's say someone that watches one of my Grand Blue videos has a 1% conversion rate to actually buying the game or playing the game. It's not high, but like, again, the more shit that's out there in the zeitgeist of YouTube, the more people that are buying it. Same thing with City of the Wolves, right? Let's say this had a 0.1% conversion rates, probably less than that. Maybe like 100 people that watch this, let's say 10 people that watched this video was like, damn, Chun-Li looks cool. I want to buy this game, and they bought the game, right? You need to scale up, right? Like it can't just be me. It can't be like other people. The more people that are making shit, eventually that conversion rate will like start to snowball, so to speak. Like Common says, the issue is I have no interest in hosting beginner tournaments. So I know I'm like really behind on chat. I have no interest in hosting beginner tournaments because it doesn't achieve either of my goals. My goals, 1, make a living from fighting games, and 2, become the best competitor I could be. I don't think that helps with either of those. That's a very good way to put it. It's like a party, right? And people want to join the parties that are popping, right? You don't go to a club, and even if it's the best club, if the club's dead, you don't want to be in there, right? It's the same idea. Synapse daily dose for League. Best of League streams. There's actually something like this. This dude's doing all the compilations. Holy, he's at 21K already? Holy shit. This guy's been growing like crazy. How do I say, like, not every video is a banger, but he be posting shit. But this is weird. It sounds like it's like a Synapse. Also, I think this guy's thumbnails are better than Synapse's. This is very slop. Yeah, I think unironically this kind of helps though. This helps the FGC. How do I master making slop? You keep making slop until it pops off. That's pretty much it. You just gotta keep repeating the slop. Collab with Tyler won, save lead place in the game. Bro, you know the funny thing? Tyler won hates City of the Wolves, bro. We did the co-stream together. He was not having it. He was like, this is the most boring game to watch I've ever seen. Because everyone in City of the Wolves, they just played the same 2 characters. I tried to sell him, and it's so hard. Yeah, I think he definitely like automates it. He probably uses AI or something for it. I guarantee Riot has talked to Tyler 1 to play 2X. I think he might he's probably just not interested. Let me check the comments on YouTube. You do YouTube, right? I'm pretty sure, yeah. I mean, to me, it's like you just look at what does well. Oh wait, never mind. You haven't posted that much. You just gotta like, if you really want to focus in, like just try posting random shit, see what pops off. I mean, what I would do is I press popular and then see what comes up. Although you got like a lot of clips. Probably most of your views are from clips, in which you should like, yeah, put them on shorts instead. I feel like YouTube does not reward this style of video anymore. I don't think it's worth it. These used to do really well for the algo. Now they don't. All right, I think I'm end stream. It was a good conversation though. I like talking about YouTube and progress. But I think anyways, the game plan is I just want to get as good as possible at 2X and see the Wolves in the next couple months or the next month for Frosties, and we go from there. Anyways, let me know what you guys think. That's just recap. I know these videos don't do that amazing on YouTube. I could just be making Street Fighter SLOP, but I want to share it with you guys. It helps me organize my thoughts. So appreciate y'all. Take care and peace.